Euro AUD. What do you call it? I know this is a bit late, but I was waiting all day for some nice movements and nice price movements. But it is a Monday after all, and we will be very slow, especially dollar and euro and pound, as in the main pairs will be slower, not very slow. We still had some nice moves. Um, what do you call it? Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the 4th of Feb, we're gonna have another. We'll do another webinar with an update only for the pairs that we did that we're gonna go through today, and we're gonna do the pound pairs tomorrow, not today. And yeah, let's get it. So this is Euro AUD. So yeah, let's start on the high time frame. High time frame. High time frame. We're bearish. Why? Because look, the range is from 2.1 to 1.2. We had a massive sell-off. Price has never really been able to recover because the time frame is so long. I mean, because the time frame is so long and it hasn't been that long. So we have to trade what we see. On the daily, we could say we're in a bearish trend that is recovering, or we could say that this is the correction for the next move down, and the next move down. Oh, I can't do that. Maybe we could use these couple points here. It's not accurate enough. What was I saying? Yeah, so this move from here from 2012 could be a correction move for the next big move down. To if we take out the highs of 1.6, 1.7, then I don't see price stopping until about 1.8, 1.9, even to 1.9ish, because this is where we see lovely rejection level. Sorry, a lovely OB on the daily time frame, which means a lot. It tells us that if price comes to here, we are most likely is on Euro pairs is about 70% you're likely to see a drop off or a reaction. A reaction is basically a risk-free trade because you're taking it at the beginning and then the reaction is the trade you might be in profit for a bit, and if it is the right trade, then you'll be in profit, as in like you'll follow your setup plan and you'll be in profit, or you get a reaction, you move it to break even, and then price takes you out at break even. So next, Euro USD on the daily, we are also bearish, as you can see. We have had many corrections, but recently we've been stuck in a downward momentum range. For now, I would so right now I'll show you why these two are important on the lower time frame. I'll show you that. For now, on the daily, this level, about this level is important to me. If this daily closes like this and then tomorrow retests and drops lower, then this level is not going to hold and we're going to drop through it. And that level is this level here, which is where we got the reaction that took out this high and this high. So it took out, price didn't take out these highs here, which is why I'm not 100% bullish. So if we went higher and then came back into here, that would have been a lovely buy. Or even came back into here, that would have been a nice buy. If price falls into here and rejects tomorrow at a good session, or like around a good time with volume or volatility, that'll be a nice trade. If not, we'll be staying away from the longs because I believe it will go down long term. If we take out this low, then we take out quite a few supports. and the retest on the OB will be a nice sell trade down. Yeah. Update tomorrow on that. Euro pound finally. So price came down and then bounced back up off the OB. This tells us that the price is most probably bullish and probably wants to go higher. This is because we got reaction. If we didn't, or we started seeing sloppiness here, I would have said our price wants to trick us, go up and then come down. But because we got a reaction so quick, I think that price is going to go higher. If we do come into here and retest, that would be a nice buy as the stop loss will be very small, less than 10 pips. If we take out these highs, then we will wait for the retest to go higher. Let's close this. Okay, cool. So we'll wait for the retest to go higher. This trade here is a lot higher probability and will have similar RR, but the probability of it being successful is higher because we will have a lot more confirmations and a lot of confirmations, especially telling us that prices structure has changed, which means that we are going to go, which means that we're very likely to go bullish. Cool. EuroCAD. So EuroCAD on the hour today had a nice intraday sell. So price came down, retested off a level of a previous price level that wasn't important. On the retest here, this was an OB, so this would have been a valid trade, and your stop loss would have been about 10 pips, and you would have got taken out. And I did get taken out. But this was very well, as in it was a trade with enough confirmations on the intraday, and it's 10 pips. These kind of trades, you're risking 10 pips, and you're making, even if you're making 100 pips, that's 10 R. So as long as your R is there, then you're good. Oh, looking at this properly, you can see you might have been retesting the zone. But even this reaction was way too quick. They didn't want anyone to be in it, which tells me that the reaction will be a long-term reaction. And so therefore, if we take out these highs into this area here, if we retest before going to this trend line, that would be a nice trade. If we go all the way up before retesting, I don't think we would take a trade because it's just not worth it. The last one, we're all in this, and this is a signal, 30 pip stop loss ish. Why is this a buy? If we look on the higher time frame, we can see trend line. No, that's not the trend line. Yeah, so we can see this trend line where we want price to eventually come to retest. So once price comes into this trend line retest, I want to see the drop to break this low, but that's a different story. Why this trend line and why the retest? Because the retest falls in line with this trend line, which is also a very high time frame trend line, which would make a very good trade. Yeah, okay, cool. If we zoom in a bit, we can see the next trend line, 1, 2 touches. This is the third touch. The third touch is always better than the fourth touch because you usually get more, usually get a reaction on the third touch rather than the fourth, because sometimes the fourth is overdone. As in, overdone means that it's lured enough people into taking a buy, and then it falls through. This can also fall through. You never know. It's trading, but the probability of it is low because this is the third trend line touch. You can say, oh, if we had a same pair with a that is touching the trend line the fourth time, that could win and this could lose. But it's not about that time winning and that time losing. It's about over 100 trades. If you're going to use the confirmation of the third trend line touch, should you use the third trend line touch as a confirmation or fourth trend line touch? Which one is going to give you a better overall statistic? Yeah, that's just how it is. It's all about probability. If you do everything based on the now, you never know the conditions now. You don't know that. You're not given that information, and you're not a psychic. You don't know that. And if you don't know something, then why would you do it? It just makes sense to go off probability. If something's telling you, if you do this 100 times, you might win 70 and you're going to lose 30. If you do it this way, you're going to lose 50 times and you're going to win 50 times. So what way are you going to do it? The second way or the first way? Because if you do it the first way, then you could have 10 losses in a row and then start winning 20, 30 trades in a row. But in the other way, in the second scenario where you're winning 50 and losing 50, you could win the first 30 trades. Just because you won the first 30 trades, it doesn't mean anything. Like, as in, it's all based, you have to understand that it's all based on probability. And that's the most you can explain. If you don't get that explanation, you can ask me a question. But if you don't get the over idea of the explanation, then you don't understand statistics. You need to understand statistics before you understand trading, because you have to know what you're doing. Anyway, where do I want price to go from here? It took out this low, so I'm thinking the stop losses are here for the people who are buying from this area based on this order block. They're getting stopped out. Price is going to go back up to, so they're out, but then they're back in profit, but they're out, so they're not in profit. So, yep. Why is TP there? Because we said the trend line touch. That is not the trend line touch. The trend line touch is here. However, this is the first TP which would be at the top of on top of these, which is where a lot of people will be having their TPs if this trade goes too well. And so therefore I expect a sell-off and don't want to be in the trade while it's selling off, if you get me, because Euro JPY in the monthly time frame overall all the years we are bearish. So yeah. And then for me personally, I'd probably cut out 70%, leave 30% running till here or back to break even. No, that's just how I do it. So that's Euro pairs. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna do them as packs. So the pairs each. So Euro will have one video, USD will have one video, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna do them every day. It's not gonna be every single day, but it's going to definitely be Monday, Tuesdays, probably Wednesdays. But for now, we say Mondays and Tuesdays. For my students that are learning, fundamental analysis will be posted on our intraday fundamental group on Telegram every night. So tonight at midnight, expect tomorrow's same days or tomorrow's news for the market and the ones that are high impact and how we think it's going to affect the market or the trades that we're in. And then yeah, that should be it. If anyone has any questions based on the Euros, let me know.